Today we're going to show you how to shave your head. If you've never shaved your head before, if you're completely bald like I am, I'm going to show you as a complete beginner how to do it. Let's go. Okay, if you're new to this and you've never shaved before, you've never used a double-edged razor, I'm going to walk you through how to shave your head with one. And there's a few things that we're going to cover. So we're going to cover how to lather the soap, what kind of razor to use, what kind of blades to use, what kind of brush to use, and then the post-shave. First of all, we're going to start with the pre-shave. This is Pear with Mint. It's a glycerin soap, really good if you're going to wet the head with it. I'm just going to rub it on my wet head. Rub a little bit on there like that. Lather that up. That's just, what that's doing is it's just softening up the bristles a little bit on my head, making them a bit more pliable, if you like. We're going to leave that for a little bit. And now I'm going to run you through what soaps and things I'm using today. So, what am I using today? I am using Orbit from Noble Otter. If you've not used this stuff, you can use whatever you want, whatever shaving foam, whatever shaving cream or soap you want to use. I'm using this. I've just purchased this. This is absolutely beautiful. It's a really unique smell. It's got rose, it's got bergamot, it's got lavender. What else has it got in here? Eucalyptus, no lavender. It's got Atlas cedarwood, sandalwood, vetiver, and a thing called frozen space. Frozen space is like a menthol. It's like a menthol ingredient, an artificial menthol, and it leaves your head feeling nice and cool afterwards. Really, when I first got this, it was really, I wasn't sure if I liked it, but the more I smelt it, the more I sort of used it, the better it's got. So I recommend this, very nice. But as I say, you don't need this particular brand. You can use Prorazzo, Ariana, whatever you want to use. Sterling, there's heaps of soaps out there, so give them a try. So what am I going to use today as well is, today I'm going to use the Rockwell 6C. This is the chrome version. These run for about $100. That's Australian, about $50 US, and probably about 70 pounds or thereabouts in England. Beautiful razor, really heavy. It's about 110, 120 grams. It's got a lot of weight to it. It actually does a lot of the work for you because of the way it kind of sort of, you don't have to push or push in or anything like that. It's pretty good. So I'm going to use that. It's a 3-piece razor. Comes apart with the neck and the plates. Now, the nice thing about these is it's not an adjustable razor, but it does come with 3 plates. And on each side of the plate, there's a different number. You can see on that side is R4. And then on the other side, it's got R2. So you get 3 plates, different levels of sensitivity, I guess you'd call it, or aggressiveness in the actual shave itself. I'm going to go today with a 2. That's quite mild. If you're a beginner, I would suggest you go with a 1 or a 2 if you've never done it your head before. It'll just be mild and a lot easier to use. If you're looking for another razor to start out with, if you just go and sort of change over from a cartridge razor, then I recommend Henson. This is the one I got started with. This is an excellent blade, excellent razor. Nice thing about this is the angle on here. Basically, you can't go wrong. You've got to push in at the angle, the right angle, which is about 30 degrees. If you try to cut it anywhere else, it's not going to work. So great to learn off, very mild. This is the AL13 mild, highly recommended. However, it's a little bit pricey. This one comes in at about $160. That's Australian, and you can do the sums for the other countries as well. But really nice, really nice razor. It's CNC, aircraft aluminium, very light. This is only about 37 grams, something like that. Really recommended. I love this razor. I use this quite a lot. But as I say, we're going to use the Rockwell today. This is a little bit more adjustable. It's got different sizes. So We're also using Astra blades. These ones are the Indian produced ones. Really nice razor. I've used a couple of different kinds of blades lately, but these ones are just nice and sharp and a nice blade. So we're going to load this one up, pop it in like this. And the side that you want, if you're using a Rockwell, you want to be having the number for the side, the aggressiveness facing down. So I've popped that in there, and that's facing down now. And we're just going to tighten that up over the top. One thing with this razor is, you can see the blade there, really nice. You do get a little bit of overhang on each side, so when you're cutting over the ears, you just have to be a little bit careful, a bit slow with this one. So we've got the razor leveled up. Now we're going to go and mix the actual soap. If you've not done this before, you don't need a lot of soap in there. You need probably about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoonful to get started. You need some warm water. I've put it in the bowl there, in the bottom of the bowl. I've just sort of spread it around in this bowl because I'm going to add water and add the brush in there. Today we're also using a Yaki brush. I love this brush. This is an Arctic white brush with a beautiful deep blue handle, really soft. And these can be picked up for about 25 bucks, 20 bucks, depending on AliExpress. Beautiful, beautiful, soft razor, soft brush. So I'm going to wet this brush. I'm going to soak it. Because it's synthetic, you don't need to let it sit and soak. You can just soak it under the tap, under a nice hot tap. So I've got the brush there. I'm just going to wring it out so it's wet, and then we're going to start to lather this soap up. So I'm just doing swirls, and then I'm going the opposite way, going clockwise and anti-clockwise. Apparently it helps with the brush, saves the brush a bit. And then back and forward. You can see in there, it's starting to lather. You can hear that starting to go. It smells wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Now, Noble Otter, their soaps, I found that they need a little bit more water. So we'll keep going with this, and we'll add a little bit of water in. How much water am I going to add in? Probably just a few sprinkles. I've been watching people doing lather videos lately, how to lather. And the thing is not to force it too hard. If you put too much water in, it's going to go a little bit, the bubbles on it are going to go very big, and it's going to be too wet, but you can bring it back. It's easy to put a bit more water in than put too much water in to start with, so you can start with a bit less. Now this is, as you can see, it's coming up. If you don't want to do it in a bowl, you can actually do it on your head. A lot of people like to do it on the head because it's kind of like an exfoliating thing on your hair, on your head or your beard. So you can see that, look, it's starting to get really creamy. You can see it's like a little shine on it. Beautiful, really nice soap. Really good quality stuff, this. I'm going to keep going with it. And I think I've been going for about 30 seconds. I think that's about right. Look at that. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wet my head again. Feel that? Yeah, that's looking good. Dry my hands a bit. Now I'm going to start putting it on my head. So If you do want to exfoliate on your head and you just want to go from, instead of using the bowl, you can just load the brush up in the actual soap puck and load it up with a bit of soap and then do it straight on your head. And like I'm doing here, I'm pushing the soap into the bristles. And getting a good lather. When you're happy with that sort of consistency, you can see it's starting to go like buttery cream. I'm doing the back of my neck too. And then when I've got it right, I can start painting it and you can start to see that shine. I like to paint. I'm also going to do the front of my neck here. If you have tuned in before, you'll know that I'm growing my beard and my tash. I've got the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride coming up, which is a motorbike ride. We raise money for mental health. It's all around the world. And it's a good cause. And I thought I'll have a real gentleman's kind of tashy beard with the handlebars and everything. So I'm happy with that. Loads and loads of lather on there, look. Just painting it on. Now, you get a really good shave with a double-edged razor. A really good shave. Really close shave. A lot closer, I would say, than the cartridge razors. And it's a nice experience. It's kind of mindfulness. You can get ready for the day. Spend a bit of time on your own thinking about what you're going to be doing for your day. I love it. So I reckon that is a really, really nice painted head. Yeah. Let's shave. So I'm going to give you my technique. This is what works for me. I'm going to do 3 passes today. We're going to warm them blades up. This is actually going to save you a lot of money if you switch from cartridge razors to double-edged safety wet razors. The blades are actually pennies compared to what a cartridge razor is, and you're not doing loads of landfill, you're not putting crap back in the earth. This is a great way to save money and to have some enjoyment. So here we go. We're going to go with the grain. I don't have a lot on the top. I'm going to go down the sides and down the back for our first pass, and then we're going to go across the grain, and then we're going to go up against the grain. So I could never do against the grain on my neck because it's quite sensitive. It would always come up with rashes and things, but since I've started using the double edge razors, I can. It's a lot smoother, it's a lot better, and you don't get the rashes for me. So here we go. Start on the side, get the angle, 30-degree angle, and just let the blade do the work. Just come down. Just a sweeping and a pulling off motion. Switch the blade over. And keep going. So remember to keep that angle correct. Beautiful. I'm not pushing heavy on the razor. You can have a bit of light pressure. Because of the weight of this razor, it's doing the work for you. So you just got to concentrate on that angle. And the Henson razor is a great razor to get you started, get you feel for the blades and the angles, because it won't cut if it's not at the right angle. Whereas this is a little bit more practice, but this will make you a better shave. So I'm going to come on this side now. You can see I'm not quite cutting at the right angle there. Try not to keep going over the same area without any cream on, because that'll promote a rash. You don't want that. Here we go. So again, behind the ears here, I'm just going to sweep it around. Beautiful. Let's do the front while I'm here. There's not much here. Basically, just a bit of bum fluff on the front. It's like very, very fine hair. I'm going to turn myself around and try to do it so you can see the back, see what I'm actually doing. Before I do that, I'll just do that here too. Okay. Hopefully you'll get the idea that the first pass doesn't need to be perfect, you're going with the grain. So we're at the back there now. Switch the razor over. And done. Just feel a little bit on this side. And then we're going to do the neck. Just wipe that there. Okay. See there. Switch the razor around. Quick. And we've pretty much done the first pass. I can't tell you how good this is, guys. If you've not done it, I recommend it. Right, I'm feeling, yep, there's a couple of little spots I've missed at the back, so. And then, I'm pretty good all over. Nice thing about this soap is it kind of leaves a nice slickness on there. Look how much soap's still on there. It's crazy. Crazy good. So that's our first pass. We're going to do a second pass right now. Still got heaps of soap in here. These razors are really good too. I get probably about 3 to 4 head shaves out of them before I sort of want to change them. And again, the blades are pretty cheap, so you don't need to, you know, do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like you do out of a cartridge razor, because they're so bloody expensive. These things are a lot cheaper. Once you've got that little initial investment of spending, you know, on your razor and your brush and your soap and your blades, it's very, very cost effective. You know, any saving in this economy is a good saving, wouldn't you say? I can still give it a little bit of exfoliating on there. And if that's full, you can always squeeze it a little bit like that. And then load that back up. It's starting to get a little bit cold here in Australia. That's probably a joke. It's not cold like in parts of England and America. Even parts of Australia. I'm in Queensland, so it's never really cold. But you get acclimatized, you get used to it. There we go, look at that. Yes. We're done again. Okay. Let's go for our second pass. Now I'm going to go across the grain. So I'm going to start on the sides and I'm going to go back. Behind that ear. Turn the blade over. Just keep lifting and dragging, dragging and lifting, dragging and lifting, like this. Purr, 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 like a cat or a dog. The trick with these is not to put too much pressure on. Put a little bit of pressure on, but not too much. There you go. Guys, I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying the shaving experience. Let's go across the front there like that as well. Still. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do is go around the back again. This time I'm going to go across, as I said, and I'm just going to move my head back and forward like that. So I'll come around again. And you can see what I'm sort of doing. I'm rolling my head across the back of it. You see that? Keeping that at a 30-degree angle. No one ever showed me how to do this. Thank goodness we've got YouTube, because my dad didn't show me how to shave, but that's okay. He showed me a lot of other stuff. But I wish I had YouTube when I was a young man. So, but now you've got me and many other people online showing you how to do this stuff. So, okay, just check the back there. Because this soap's quite slick, you can sort of go over it again, but if you get a drier soap or a soap that's not as slick, it can be quite bad because you can get a lot of rash, so just be careful of that. Okay, pass number 2 done. Let's give this a quick wipe. Feel. Yeah, I've missed a couple of bits at the back here. Neck's feeling good. But I'm gonna go and do against the grain now. So, still got loads of soap left. Got at least enough for another pass. So, we're good on the soap front. 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon at the most, if that. You get loads of shaves out of this soap. There we go. And again, I'm just painting on that soap like a paintbrush. It's got a good texture. My head's actually feeling nice and cool with this menthol in this soap. This soap's beautiful. Great soaps, Noble Otter, really happy with it. Long weekend this weekend for us, Labor Day weekend. We actually get an extra day off, which is nice. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go against the grain now. So I'm going to go up, keeping it at that angle, starting at the side, up, up. I'll put that here back there. You can probably still hear But I've still got a bit of purchase on that. There's still a little bit of hair in there. Back with that ear. Tiny bit on the top, not much. Yeah, you got a long weekend. A few things to do around the house. Bit of painting. Okay. I'll show you the back as well again. So I'm going to try and go up against that grain. Turn that round. So feel that, man. Finish that off. Picking up any little spots that I've got there. Feels great though, it feels really smooth. And this razor's making light work of it. I'm on a 2, I probably could have got a 3 or a 4 if I had wanted to, but I'm kind of new to this too, so. Loads of slickness on the back of my head with this. Feels, so I'm just finding any little dead spots with any soap. Just rubbing it on a little bit. Feels really nice. You can still hear it. I am very happy with that shave. Now, finish the neck off, look. Against the grain. Turn the razor over. The soap's good. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to wash off and I'll be right back. And we're back. You can feel that beautiful and smooth, lovely, lovely close shave. And now we're going to do the post shave. So what we're going to do, well, at the end of the shave, we're going to clean out our razor and our brush. And we're going to pop the razor blade away for our next shave, because I'll get, like I said, 2 or 3 shaves out of that. But we're going to go and use an alum block. You don't have to use this. I like to use this. Alum block, what it helps with is nicks and cuts on your head. It helps with the pores. It closes it all up. They're about 14 bucks for one of these on Amazon. There's links below. I've got all this stuff in links below underneath in the comments. Definitely worth trying out. With the alum block, you can wet the block or you can wet your head. Just a light little bit of touch of water on there. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to rub over your shave. So I can feel a little bit of burn on this side, which means it's close. It's just a little bit of a razor burn. But this is going to help pull in the pores, close that up. And I'm going to go all over the head. I can feel a little bit here. A little bit on the top. Not too bad though, not bad at all. And I don't feel like I've got any bad cuts or anything, like I've cut myself anywhere. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, that's the Alum Block. We'll leave that for a couple of seconds. We're going to wash this off. It dries out pretty quick. It dries to your head and you can feel it pulling in your skin a little bit. So it's really, really good. And I'm going to wash that off. Just a light wash like that. That'll do it. What I like to do is I like to use some Thayers. Thayers is witch hazel. This also is a natural ingredient. It's got aloe vera in this one and it helps with the skin. It's like an antibacterial as well. I just rub a little bit of this in. This stuff, again, fairly cheap, about $8 to $10. I'll rub that all over my head like that. Really nice on your skin. Bottle will last you for ages. And it's always on special on Amazon, so you can find it. I'm also going to use some of this. This is the Aftershave Balm. Now you can use a splash now if you want to, straight after that, or you can use a balm. You can use both. I tend to use both. I'm going to go for the balm first, and then I'm going to go for a little bit of splash on, a little bit of aftershave. This is Nivea. This is another good cheap option if you're just starting out. $5 to $7 a bottle. Fairly cheap. Really nice product. Creamy, neutral smelling. This is a sensitive one I get. I use about that much, if you can see. Just a little dab. It's really good on the moisturizing side. You just rub it in and it dries up pretty quick. I use it across the whole of my face, so it's pretty good. Nivea, that's that. And then we just need a splash. I'm going to use a classic today. I love this stuff. A little bit of Brute. A little bit of Brute. Very, very cheap. Very, very nice. Lavender musk. Traditional. Old school. Reminds me of being a kid with my dad, my granddad. I like to just rub this in. Tap it on my head. Ooh, yeah. A little bit of a burn even with the splash on. But really good. Really, really nice. That's it, guys. I hope you've learned something today. How to do your first head shave. As you can see, I've got a baby butt smooth head. If you've enjoyed the content, please subscribe and join me below. I'd love to hear you. I'd love to see you. I'd love to get some comments on what you're using at the moment. Any tips, anything like that you've got. Love to hear from you. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.